as a breast cancer survivor. She is a warrior, she's an amazing woman, and we're going to hear her story. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good morning. Happy rainy day. There are an awful lot of people out here despite the weather, and I think that's pretty darn cool. I'm a little nervous. Bear with me. And my kids are out there probably thinking, who on earth gave this woman a microphone? So actually, I'm pretty excited to be here to voluntarily be sharing my personal and private story with a sea of strangers. I'm choosing to find the joy in speaking and pushing myself out of my comfort zone today because we all share a singular bond, breast cancer. Breast cancer has impacted all of our lives in one way or another. So for the opportunity to be standing here today, I am grateful. Being grateful and finding joy in our challenging times, that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to spare you the statistics. I'm going to leave treatment and diagnosis conversations to the medical experts. I am only an expert in my own experience, so that is where I will begin. My name is Erin Wilson. August 2023, 14 months ago, at 45 years old, I was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer, stage 3, grade 3B. When I tell you this came out of the clear blue, I literally mean out of the clear blue. I have no family history. I didn't have any of the textbook symptoms or warning signs. And for the most part, I was pretty healthy. Maybe I ate a little too much ice cream here and there, but that's okay. And then it was just, bam, cancer. That day, cancer moved in. We began a very short, non-mutual relationship. And you can be sure that that same day, I gave it an eviction notice. Cancer was not allowed to stay in my body. Looking back on the day that I received the diagnosis, it was truly a beautiful day. It was one of those late summer, endless sunshine and warmth kind of days, not much like today. It was one of those days you never want to end, where everything felt right in the world. I got the call on that day. I was at work, and even though I was expecting the call, it was a pretty rough start. Processing the news wasn't possible for me, and I actually think my brain malfunctioned a bit. Once I gathered myself, I called my Superman of a husband, and we left work. We met at Hickory's Park in Owego, and we sat down on a bench swing together. It truly was the weirdest feeling. We felt chaotic, and like everything around us was racing. But we were stoic, and we were still. We sat and we watched the river running. We watched the water bugs dancing across the surface of the water. And we watched people come and go. Parents were pushing strollers, couples were having lunch together, dogs were walking their humans. And I remember thinking, why doesn't anybody understand? Our world just got turned upside down on us. Nobody understood. I don't know how long we were there. Time stood still. Just remember thinking, what in God's name just happened? Cancer? Stage 3? Like, how did we skip stages 1 and 2? In those moments, cancer delivered a mortality check. It was a sucker punch right to the gut, or the boob, if you will. Cancer immediately stripped our 3 kids of their blissful innocence, and they didn't even know it yet. While we sat on that swing, we succumbed to the reality, and we found safety in our space together and in each other's embrace. We recognized the reality that we had to face, and we did not have the option to wait. When we came to, we started planning how we would tell our kids and our family, how we would let work and friends know, deciding who we should tell, and the truth is, I wanted to keep it under wraps on a need-to-know basis. I did not have any desire to broadcast this. It was too personal. I'm not somebody who wants attention or sympathy, but my wonderful husband knew better. We needed help. But for anyone who knows me, they know HELP is my four-letter word. What drove the decision home for me to share was knowing that my husband and my kids needed the support while they were supporting me. It was not an option to keep this to ourselves. So we turned our fears and our tears into planning and controlling what we could. Looking back, the sun setting on that beautiful summer day, it did not feel like the end of the world or even the end of this lifetime. In fact, we felt strong. We made that very intentional decision to start fresh that night, to buckle up, because we were going to ride straight into that storm. We knew the road would be long. We knew it would be beyond difficult. But you know what comes after a storm? It's whatever you choose to see. You can choose to see the wet and soggy ground, or in my case, a scarred and beat up body, or you can choose to see the flowers that were given life from that rain. We saw brighter days ahead. We saw life renewed, and that was the only picture we chose to paint. We chose to be happy. See, cancer pushed its way in and it tried to steal my joy. It showed up and it tried to steal a wife, a mom, a daughter, a friend. And instead of stealing those things, I stole its power. I harnessed it to make me stronger, to set an example for my kids on how we really can do hard things. And we can do it with grace and humor and love. Cancer did not redefine me. It breathed new life into me. And for that, I chose to be grateful. Believe it or not, I was never angry at the cancer inside my body. I wasn't angry at my body. I did not feel betrayed. My body and my mind had to work as a united front against cancer. Cancer can grow, anger can grow. Anger is toxic like cancer. And the last thing my body or my family needed was for me to be angry. Cancer versus anger meant I could not win. We chose to find the good in every single part of our cancer experience. Even when we got hit with bad news, which unfortunately we did a few times, we found a reason to give thanks. We chose an attitude of gratitude. So please hear that again. Say it out loud. It's an attitude of gratitude. We can make that choice. Please don't confuse anger and fear. Because let me tell you, we were, and truthfully, we still are, terrified to our core. It's normal, and it would have been counterproductive to ignore. It's important to recognize these feelings because they're real. We each experience them in our own ways. So we acknowledge that. We talked about it. Honesty was part of our treatment plan. Fear was, still is, it's allowed to visit, but it's in a small space and it's not allowed to take over that space. Being open, honest, and transparent, that's what was important to us. Choosing to be transparent with our 3 kids, our family, our devoted network of friends, proved to be the best decision we could have made. I even put it on Facebook, which is normally not something I would do. But wait, first of all, any Gen Xers out here? Loving that 90s hip hop, right? Okay, so, you know the song, Tag Team, whoop, there it is. Okay, love the song, drive my kids crazy, sing it all the time. I decided to add that into my Facebook post because I felt like it added a little bit of levity and it lightened the blow just a bit. So my post went a little like, so I have breast cancer, blah, 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 details, details, whoop, there it is, right? Anyway, I truly feel that transparency, coupled with an attitude of gratitude, helped us take on the storm and helped us clear the way for healing. It helped us fight. But I struggle to call it a fight. We don't choose cancer. We have zero control over what it does. And a fight implies that we have some control over the outcome. But with cancer, we don't. We can follow medical protocol, we can go to our treatments, but we can't control cancer's response. I believe the fight actually lies within ourselves. It's wrestling with intense emotions and extreme physical pain. It's being alone in the darkness of our own thoughts. It's letting go of our hair, our breasts, and our physical strength. It's the what ifs. It's the I can't do this anymore. That fight, well, that fight, my friends, my sisters, that fight we can show up for because we are warriors and cancer cannot steal our joy. My very first chemo took place on our 21st wedding anniversary. And instead of being annoyed to spend our anniversary in the hospital, we chose an attitude of gratitude and decided it was good luck to begin life-saving treatment on our special day. So we celebrated our anniversary in that infusion room while modern medicine and an amazing nursing team worked their magic. Cancer could not take our day away from us no matter how hard it tried. For that treatment and every single treatment thereafter, I silently said a prayer that my beautiful sister-in-law wrote for me. While her healing words were circling in my mind, I let my heart lead the way. And I visualized those chemo drugs coursing through my veins, seeking out that golf ball-sized tumor and fizzling it out like an aromatherapy bath bomb. I swear to you, I could feel it. The prayer ended with, "And so it is." And so it is, the tumor was fizzling away. And so it is, are all of the good things and gifts and blessings that will come from this. And so it is, cancer was getting its butt whooped. Everything, and I mean everything, has something good that comes from it. You have to look hard for it sometimes. We have to choose to see it sometimes. And then to actually embrace it. An attitude of gratitude, it's intentional. You have to work at it. It's like building a new muscle. So here's what I mean, a couple of quick stories. When I decided to have my hair cut short, I chose to make that an empowering experience for my beautiful 11-year-old girl in me. She made the first cut. When we finished, we put our lipstick on, we did a little photo shoot, and then we jumped in my Jeep, we put the top down, and we blasted Girls Run the World. We were together and we were proud. I chose to find joy in donating my hair to an organization to make a wig for a child. Our friends and neighbors and co-workers surrounded us with love, and I was thankful for the lessons that helped teach my kids. They watch the generosity of others and they know they can do the same thing for someone else. When I had an anaphylactic reaction to that very first chemo drug that entered my body, which, if you remember, was on our anniversary, it turned out to be a blessing because now I could get this stronger drug that insurance would not have covered otherwise. Finding out the cancer was gone on my grandma's 94th birthday and making the decision to drive 9 hours to Virginia so we could have lunch with her, with my mom and my aunt and uncle, that was 1 week after surgery, y'all. No moping around, keep going, right? I also have to add my hubby as a saint for driving us there safely and putting up with my shenanigans and crazy ideas all the time. And to finally understand why I was born with such a stubborn personality. Cancer showed up. It said, look what I can do. So I said to cancer, hold my beer. Our greatest weapon against cancer is our mindset. Our greatest tool for healing is our mindset. Our greatest gift for those who surround us with love and prayers and positive energy is our mindset. Cancer didn't take anything away from me. Instead, it taught me some things. So to close, these are my 7 lessons from cancer. Do the things. Take the trip. Eat the ice cream. Stay up late and watch the big game tonight, honey. Number 2, asking for help is actually okay. People want to help. Number 3, and this one is not new, this one is just fully renewed for me. Family is first. Family is everything, no matter what. Number 4, fear won't ever win, and anger is not worth my energy. Number 5, every problem has a solution. This is something I've always said to my kids. We don't always know what the solution is right away, but I promise you, it is out there. Number 6, cancer still sucks. Yes, it does. Number 7, live with an attitude of gratitude, because only then are you really living. Choose happiness. Today, I am cancer-free. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but today I am grateful to be standing right here to share this beautiful day with you. It stopped raining. So choose to be happy today and every day. Choose happy. Thank you.
Sorry. Here we go. She talked about the power of choice, the power of mindset, the power of gratitude. Those of us who have heard the words, "You have cancer," know what it does to your lives. It turns it upside down, and we have the power to write it back up, and you gave us everything. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Woo!